So the week is finally here. It is time to see if Microsoft's big gamble, spending that $70 billion on Activision Blizzard, is going to pay off, where we have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 launching this Friday. Of course, we have the beta back in August and the early beta, the open beta in September, but now we finally get the full game and see if this really boosts the, Game Pass subscriptions for Microsoft, because that seems like that was the main reason for them doing it. So in this video, I kind of want to break down the importance of this launch, as well as like what it can affect Microsoft. What do they decide or determine was a success for them, and what, where they could work on things, because this is kind of the big shot, right? This is kind of going to tell us where the company goes, in a sense. I'm not trying to make it sound that dramatic, but this is a big launch for them. So we'll get into all that. If you are new to the channel, you like everything talking about Xbox, video games in general, do subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video, and let's get right into it. So it was highly publicized that Microsoft trying to purchase Activision Blizzard almost actually over 2 years ago at this point was met with a lot of scrutiny. People didn't know, okay, is Call of Duty specifically going to go just console exclusive to Xbox? Is PlayStation not going to get the game anymore? There's whole FTC cases, people turn into internet lawyers. Look at the CMC, the ECC, the SEC, all these organizations people didn't even know about until this came up. And eventually it did go through. They did have to have some concessions as far as, 10-year contracts and marketing and things like that. And we're even seeing that now, where it's been rumored or heavily implied that some of the marketing when it comes to Game Pass, even, they can't say certain things, or they can't market it a certain way to make it seem like, the game's not available, or like Game Pass is the main way to play the game, right? So we do have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 finally launching. Now, we've had a couple of Activision Blizzard games come in the Game Pass already, with Crash Bandicoot earlier a couple of months ago. And then we also had, the Diablo 4 coming in. Now, people did have to pay for the expansions and things like that, but we've got a lot of the games kind of pouring in already. And now Call of Duty, with as big as it is of a franchise, this is the shot, right? This is the shot for Microsoft to really boost those Game Pass subscription numbers. Now, there's two things to kind of look at when it comes to metrics as far as Call of Duty goes. Now, we know that Call of Duty, besides I think last year or maybe the year before, whenever Hogwarts Legacy came out, it's always the top selling game of the year, no matter what. It's always like Call of Duty, then like Madden, FIFA, and then some other random game, maybe Minecraft or Grand Theft Auto, Mario Kart 8. That's always up there. And for Microsoft, yes, it will mean a lot to get that money and get the full sales and all that, but we need to look at the Game Pass side of things. And the reason I say that is because Xbox is now pushing, hey, you can buy games however you want, whether you want to buy them full price, whether you want to subscribe to Game Pass, whether you want to play it on our system, or you want to play it on PlayStation, where you want to play it on PC. They just care about the sales, but Game Pass has been the big push for them. And there's been a lot of talks around, hey, Xbox consumers are just used to paying or playing games through Game Pass. If they know a game's not coming to Game Pass, maybe they'll wait, see if it comes to Game Pass later, or they're just used to that subscription model. They're used to paying, whatever their monthly fee is, and then they go on from there and then buy the game. Or if they don't want to, they won't buy the game. Now, I saw a lot of initial concern about this, where people are saying, hey, if it's in Game Pass, then that's going to hurt sales. And the way I looked at it is, yes, in general, it can, but there's multiple ways to make money. So the first thing is the fact that Call of Duty players buy the game every year, no matter what. So either they're going to buy the game, or they're going to subscribe to Game Pass and then stay subscribed, because you need that to play online, as well as, just playing the game until the next Call of Duty comes out for a year. And if you get, the lower tier, $10, $15 or whatever, or even if you get Ultimate $20, and then you multiply that by 12 months, even if it's 10 months, you're talking about $200 they're making over just making the $70. And then if the game's good enough, they'll pay the 70 on top of that, and then they'll also keep them maybe long term as newer games come out. So I think that's the main thing people need to think about, is it's not only about the initial sales. Microsoft is thinking long term, right? We put $70 billion into this. Yes, we'll make money off of this game every year, but our main thing is putting out quality games every quarter, specifically trying to get one big game every quarter to make people stay subscribed and then also grow the base. Like, it's kind of been stagnant at around 30 million subscribers, but they think, hey, when Call of Duty comes out, maybe we'll get an extra 5 million, 10 million, maybe even more than that. And even if you don't, at least the people that are in it will stay more consistently, so you're not having your subscription numbers just jump up and down over and over again. And this will be the starting point for that with the other Activision games coming out in the future, also Blizzard games, King, things like that. Plus, you see the lineup for this fall already, right? Like, you have Call of Duty coming out this week, then you have Stalker 2 at the beginning of November, as well as Microsoft Flight Simulator. Then in December, you turn around and have Indiana Jones right then and there. And then for spring next year, we know we got, Doom the Dark Ages probably coming out around that time. You got South of Midnight. We got that, I keep forgetting the name of it. It's like Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That's going to be day one in Game Pass, and people are really looking forward to that game as well. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is kind of the marketing push for this. Now, we know Call of Duty always is going to have that big push as far as, just banners everywhere, videos. These videos on YouTube do 15, 20, 30 million views within, 2-3 days or whatever. But the big thing that Microsoft has been doing has kind of been a pattern. So what they did in 2023 with their Xbox Game Showcase is they said, hey, we got Xbox Game Showcase, and then we have Starfield, a deeper dive look into the game right after the showcase. 45 minutes, sit down. Starfield was a big game that year, 7 million players or something like that within the first few months. So now they did the same thing this year, 2024, with Call of Duty Black Ops 6. They had it right next to, the whole showcase. You showed a little bit of the game at the beginning of the showcase, open it up, and then they're like, okay, we'll turn back around. We'll have it later. Then you have the open beta, you have the closed beta for people who, again, this was a big selling point. People pre-order the game or the deluxe edition or whatever all the time to get that early beta, get to play the game and all that. But an added bonus for people that had Game Pass was you got to do that for free. You didn't have to pay the extra 20, 30 bucks or whatever to upgrade to the, the premium edition. And that got people like me who haven't played Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 3, right? That's the last one I played in. Like, I played it, I liked it. I didn't level up all the way to level 30. Plus, I learned that your progress doesn't progress, so it wasn't really worth it for me. But I liked it. It was really fun. Again, the domination, the getting back to building your classes and things like that, the smaller maps, the Omni movement that everybody's like really learning how to play with now. It just brought back that old school feeling from playing back when I was in high school. And then kind of to mirror the marketing that Starfield did, where they had the console wrap as well as the controller and the headset, we also got the Call of Duty one that we just got announced last week. So you got a special, not just the controller, you also have the Elite controller. I personally don't like the design that much, but the fact that you have these customizable controllers that you can do in the, the lab and all that, and then the wrap has become the big thing. One of my biggest complaints around Microsoft is not having these exclusive consoles like we used to. So that kind of seems we're starting to get like a little bit of identity as far as how Microsoft is marketing their games, right? Like, you have the developer direct early in the year in January, and then you kind of see what to look forward to throughout the year. And then you have the showcase in June, you have Tokyo Game Show, things like that. And then we're seeing for their big fall games, you're getting a new wrap to put on the console, which I guess is more cost effective than putting out a whole new console. Of course, I don't like the fact that they do these special consoles just for sweepstakes and you only get one of them, but then you get the special controller, the headset. And Microsoft is known to sell a lot of accessories, especially their controllers. They get me. PlayStation's kind of taken, a page out of their book with the plates and the different controllers that they're doing with their DualSense controllers with Astrobot and Spider-Man 2 and everything like that. So I really like this. I think it's going to just make extra money that they know people are going to buy these already. So it can't be overstated enough how big this is going to be for Xbox. It's going to be really interesting to see. It's not even this week. I want to see after this entire quarter I don't know what they consider this quarter as far as financials. I guess it's like Q2 for Microsoft. I know they're like a quarter or two behind, but this is big. You got Call of Duty, you got more Activision games coming over. Of course, they're making that money regardless of Game Pass, but you got Call of Duty, you got Stalker 2, which is getting really good previews right now. I'm really excited to play that. And then you got Indiana Jones in December. So this is going to be big for them. We're going to see if, of course, I'm not thinking they're just going to get 50 million subscribers or whatever within 2 days or whatever, but like we should see a bump. Starfield, I think they only bumped up like 1%, which is not a lot at all. Of course, it's hard to take into account how much they got from that and how much they were losing just because of not having a lot of games to play on Game Pass that people were really excited about. So we'll have to see. I think, we keep saying it, but the vision for Microsoft as far as having those big games every quarter is going to sustain itself and have more people subscribe. Them partnering with the Fire Stick and everything like that. The fact that they're opening up the cloud gaming for more people to play. The fact that like it's just they're making it more accessible. They stopped the $1 trial because they know people are going to take advantage of that. So listen, it's going to be big. I'm excited to play the game. I'm also excited to see what this does for Xbox. Hopefully we won't just get numbers of, hey, this was our biggest, week ever, or biggest quarter ever. Like, we need specific numbers. With all these games that Microsoft has, pushed to invest in, get Game Pass deals for, buy, studios up and everything like that. Like, it is time. This is it. This is the quarter. I know everyone keeps saying that, but this is the quarter to jumpstart everything. Then you got, I forgot, Avowed in February as well. So between this month and most of next year, at least till next summer, like we can see all the different type of games they're going to have. And like, if you can't win with this, I don't know what to say. It might be time to pack it up. I'm not going to lie, just go full third party at that point. But we'll just have to see. Hopefully it goes well for them. And those are my thoughts. Hopefully, like I said, Microsoft can do it, man, because they got the IP, they got the deals done. Now it's just time to execute. It's time to execute. You got the new consoles coming out, everything like that. So y'all let me know in the comment section below. Are you picking up Call of Duty? How you feel like it's going to help Microsoft? What their financials are going to look like? Game Pass subscribers, subscriptions going up. Y'all let me know what other games you're looking forward to from Xbox this fall and then beyond. And as always, leave a comment on this video, leave a like, subscribe if you have not already, and I will catch you on the next one.